for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And an inspired rendition of our national anthem. Really getting warmed up here, just moments away. We'll be back right after this. It's time for the NBA. Live on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Bird, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. DA, it's all yours.
Well, most would agree that chemistry concerns plagued a talented Boston Celtics team last season. Great depth can sometimes cause friction for a team, as players jostle for shots, minutes, and money. Some roster moves seem necessary, but with all of their assets, the Celtics also had some room to maneuver. Kevin?
You knew some decisions were coming, DA. They're still effective. So the next starting five. Irving is out there with Jay. Then there's Jay, and it's Durant, and it's Cowboy in at the power forward. And for the Celtics, they've got the bodyguard, Jay out there with Tatum, and it's the closer. And it's Blackman in at the center, locking down the middle. Doris, the depth of talent for these two teams, a real point of pride for both.
Well, I think both of these front offices take extraordinary pride, Kevin, in their ability to surround their star players, and you have to have stars. But the key is the guys around them. What is their fit? Do they complement the stars' greatest attributes? That is the measure of a great front office.
Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Right side, Kevin Durant. Cowboy controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, not sure who was responsible for the blockout, but this guy got in there and dug out his points.
Charles, he's covered by Irving, and the shot goes in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
So it's Brooklyn now, after the basket by Boston. Jay, the pass to KD, beyond the arc. And Irving with the basket on the assist from KD.
You know, what you love about Kyrie is that he's always prepared to shoot when he is roaming in space.
It's blocked. And there's the pass to Jay. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Boy, not a bad beginning. 3 for 4 from the floor. Pretty good start.
Passes it to Charles. And Jay gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And yes, it's good. The bodyguard's got his second basket of the night.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And you know this, Greg. He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Here's Irving. Jay, guarded by Tatum. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. T's checked in for the Celtics. Irving looking over the floor. That shot off the mark. And the Celtics going the other way now. For the 3. Blackman's shot is off. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And even after the Achilles tear for Durant in the 2019 finals, he got a huge contract after he opted out.
Most teams felt they were willing to pay him while he rehab for a year. That was the case as the Nets gave him a 4-year max money deal. His next chapter is underway as he changed his number to 7.
And the foul on the closer. That is his first foul of the game. And a new group in checked in for G. G comes in for Kevin Durant. Spencer Dinwiddie's checked in for Jay. And Jay's subbed in for Irving. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's G. 6 on the shot clock. Allen, that's good.
Well, how about the touch inside from Jared Allen? This guy has got such length and mobility. You add that touch and look out, folks. He's going to be tremendous.
Now here's Walker. It's a 5-point game.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Pass to Jay. Back to Dinwiddie. The pass to Jay. Thomas with the block. Here's the bodyguard. There's 39 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Outside Thomas. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Nets leading by 3. Stolen by Thomas. And a fast break now for the Celtics. All alone. Allen with the rebound. And so Allen will bring it up for the Nets. Passes to Calvin. From 17 feet out. Count it.
Boy, phenomenal decision-making from the young guard. Spencer Dinwiddie, nicely done, putting it on time and on target.
Pass to T. Launches it. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Nets out in front. They're up by 2. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
Here now is Dinwiddie. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Pierce out there with Thomas. And it's the Beast and it's the small forward. That's the foul to begin the second quarter for the Celtics.
Well, DeAndre Jordan remains one of the best rebounders in the NBA. His ability to dominate the glass and get you extra possessions, just a thing of beauty.
Free throw, no good. And with DeAndre Jordan, the rebounding is as strong as ever, Doris. But what about the rim protection?
Well, I think obviously DeAndre's block totals aren't what they used to be when he was turning away 2 shots a game. But there's more to defense than just blocking shots. And Jordan remains a plus defender.
Good on the second free throw.
Well, how about the 2008 NBA draft? DeAndre Jordan becomes the 35th pick and becomes an all-star for the first time in 2017. Boy, really an example of what can happen when you put the work in. Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
Stolen by Pierce. The kick out to Walker for 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And he's kind of always had that shoot-first mentality, 4-point guard, and when you can shoot it like Walker, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Now here's Dinwiddie. No points in the game yet for him. The shot's good from Jordan.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Walker, bounce pass, and stolen by Jordan. Down low, here's G, makes it off the glass.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Boston trailing. The pass to the Beast. Allen against Pierce. The kick out to Brown. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Well, you've got to get out on Jaylen Brown now. This is a young man who has shown great strides in improving his perimeter game.
Dinwiddie outside. Doris, great scoring is often reliant upon great football. And we hear coaches, don't we, talk about that all the time?
We really do, Kev. You look at a guy like Kyrie Irving, who at the point guard position is one of the great scorers. He's a clutch shooter. He doesn't go to the free throw line a lot, and it's because he's so elusive. Can finish left and right, puts a lot of English on his shots. DeMar DeRozan gets separation with incredible footwork, and maybe the best in the league right now in terms of his footwork. That tap dancing James Harden, which is just nearly impossible to check.
I love those names, and you're so right. And it's fun to watch. What a skill. Here's Mr. Moves. Over in the corner, Allen. 1:41 left to play here in the second quarter. Jordan's shot is off.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from. You want to command the defender's respect.
And the city of Boston, 12 championships since 2000, 6 in football, 4 in baseball, and 1 apiece in hockey and basketball.
Greg, you'd have to say Boston has become the sports capital of the country. The fans are knowledgeable, they're passionate, and they are justifiably proud.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses. And some changes here for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Thomas. T comes in for Jaylen Brown. And Jay's subbed in for Kemba Walker. And then for Brooklyn, Jay's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Cowboy comes in for Jared Allen. And Durant subbed in for G. And he sinks the second. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Mr. Moves. Passes it to Calvin. Inside. Wow, hammering it in!
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Here's Mr. Moves. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Here's LeBron. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Jason Tatum.
This guy doesn't mind absorbing contact at all if it means a trip to the free throw line. Karis LeVert will find his points any way you want. Well, it's no secret, guys, that Karis LeVert can flat out score the basketball. I think the key for him moving forward, just become more and more efficient because the ability is there.
That one is no good. For Boston, they've gotten 4 of the first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
The Celtics shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
At the line, 1 shot. 1 shot.
trail by 4. 43 seconds left here in the second. It's blocked.
Well, really improving as a defender. Jason Tatum has those long arms to redirect shots.
Charles, D the pass to Charles. And that one drops for him. Jay's got the lead up to 6 now for the Celtics. Nets have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Mr. Moves. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 5 on the clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
And so it's Boston with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Good battle going on tonight. What has been the approach?
Well, we're just trying to pack the paint. Those guys are great. So we're just trying to make them see a few guys, and get some deflections and get some easy baskets.
We'll see if he can keep it going in the second half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was 5. In the second quarter, they were easily the better team. The points started coming for them in bunches, and they built a 6-point lead by halftime. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
I was super impressed with their shot selection. I think that was part of the strategy coming in. They wanted to be patient with the basketball, move it around, and get high percentage looks. Obviously, that's going to be big.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
Well, I'll tell you what I saw in the first half, Artie. 3 things. Soft defense, not enough pressure, but they can still win this game. They can ramp it up. Is that 2 or 3? It doesn't matter. You understand, Artie.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And as we get to this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We've seen Kemba Walker really having a great game.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
Well, perhaps the most impressive thing has been his incredible consistency. This guy is a great player who always brings a ton of energy. What a great half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Jay out there with Cowboy. And it's Durant. Then there's Jay. And it's Irving in at the 1 spot. Cowboy passes to Jay. Here's Cowboy. The dish to Durant. Clock at 4. Pass to Cowboy. Lets it go with a 3. Nailed from 3-point land. Cowboys got the first bucket of the third here for the Nets.
There are very few players in the world who can do what Kevin Durant does. Under duress of the playoffs or a big moment in the game, Kevin Durant has the skill set and the mentality necessary to finish opponents off.
Who's got Kyrie?
Now, here is Irving. Outside, KD. Jay, the pass to Durant. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. And that skill set of Durant's good force you just mentioned, there really is no comparison in the league.
I agree, Kevin. I mean, just to have that soft touch with that height he has is rare in itself. Now you think about the mobility and creativity to find a shot for himself or others in any situation. That is what makes him one of the all-time greats. Well, this guy, Kyrie Irving, just so reminiscent of his idol, Kobe Bryant. He is one of the cold-blooded scorers in the game, an absolute torture for a defender to guard.
Shooting 2.
And you know, Doris, for both Kyrie and Kobe, each had an urge to step out on his own, you know, to put their fingerprints on a team.
No doubt, Kevin. For Kobe, it was Shaq. For Kyrie, it was LeBron. And think about last season. Kyrie actually called LeBron to apologize. But let's not kid ourselves, right? He is most comfortable in his starring role.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. Doris, you've said this often, it is incredibly difficult to compare guys of different positions in different areas, isn't it?
It really is. There's so many discussions about who's the GOAT, who's the greatest of all potential time. And there are certain names that are always going to pop to the top of the list, LeBron James. But it's very difficult to me, say, to compare a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the greatest to ever man the center position, had the impossible-to-check sky hook. But how do you compare him with LeBron James, who, though he is, and I don't know what position he is, he may be the greatest passer in the history of the league. Like, let's enjoy individual greatness without comparison.
The Celtics shoot their fourth shot at the foul line here. Celtics making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Jay's checked in for Brooklyn. Nets trail by 9. Lobs it up for Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan, simply a force around the cup. This guy has rare athleticism.
And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for Boston. From 12 feet out, and he gets the jumper to try. Walker's got 7.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Kevin Durant's checked in for Jordan. .143 left in the third. Jay, guarded by Walker. Pocket 6. Here's G. That one off the back iron and out.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
And until their playoff run, the Brooklyn Nets weren't a team we thought of as a free agent destination. And Doris, you almost forget that they play in the biggest market in the country.
And Greg, who would have thought that in New York and Los Angeles, arguably the most competent franchises would be the Nets and the Clippers? These are two of the historically dilapidated teams no longer content to play second fiddle in those major markets.
Thomas with the block. Out of bounds. Next ball as Brooklyn keeps possession. Some changes for Boston. Cantor checked in for the bodyguard. And T subbed in for the Beast. Then for the Nets, Jay's checked in for Allen. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Dinwiddie. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Stolen by Walker. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Battle Battles through traffic and lays it in. T's got the lead up to 13 now for the Celtics.
Yeah, smart heads-up defense by Walker, setting up the break. He's so good at coming up with those steals without putting himself or his team at risk.
Walker with some nice D. Celtics have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. Looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Defensively, they have had their sights set on Kevin Durant, and they've done a terrific job holding him in check. Right back after this break. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. The closer is out there with Thomas. Then there's Jay. Then it's T. And it's Blackman in at the center position. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Here's Jay. And it's denied. They get it back. Here's Cowboy. Misses off the left iron. Celtics leading by 13. And he lobs it up toward the rim. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And for Brooklyn, their shooting struggles have been 37% from the field. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for T. Here's Jay, and it's blocked, but he gets it back. Now the pass to Mr. Moves. Just 5 to shoot. 3-pointer, Levert, and the Nets miss again.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
It was such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career, and what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change. No pressure to them.
Hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder.
Smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Bodyguards checked in for Thomas. And then for Brooklyn, she's checked in for Karis LeVert. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Mr. Moves. Back to Irving. Got a piece of it. And there's a whistle. That goes on the bodyguard. That's his first foul. Kemba Walker's checked in for Boston. Kemba Walker. Nets trail by 17. 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Irving's shot is good.
And even through contact, Kyrie still able to finish shots consistently.
He lobs it up.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Boston.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for T.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
51 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Irving. And Boston with the rebound. Now Walker, the bodyguard, passes to Blackman. Pass to Walker. Fires the three. He can't get that one. The Nets go the other way with it. Passes it to Cowboy. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
That's his second personal foul. Cowboy taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. Both shots good from the stripe. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so the Celtics now can just hold on to the ball. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot, Paul. Was defense the difference tonight?
Yeah, I really thought we took control with the defense. We moved the ball, we kept our turnovers down, and we were able to keep the lead and win the game going away.
A big win for you guys, Paul. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. See you later.